Hello and welcome back to the Green Sage. Today's reading will be what you can expect within this next week, the week ahead. So whenever you come across this, it will apply to you for the next 7 days. We will have our 3 options: pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. I'll give you a closer look at the crystals, although I don't remember all the names of the crystals that we have going on. This one, if you can see it, it's a black crystal with some green specks in it. This next one is a turquoisey color. Hopefully you can see it. I'm making this at night because it's Mother's Day and we had a really busy day today. The third pile, I know this one is ocean jasper. I can tell you that much. But I'm having to use my artificial light tonight because it is so late in the evening. Per usual, the timestamps will be listed in the description box. You can find your timestamps and fast forward if you don't want to listen to this next part. Otherwise, if you are new to Tarot Pick-a-Card readings, I'm going to break down how all of this works. All right, for those of you who are new to Tarot Pick-a-Card readings, this is how it works. I have given you 3 choices to choose from. You will choose an option based on your intuition. You could choose 1 pile, you could choose 2, or you could choose to watch all 3 if you are drawn to do so. How do you choose based on your intuition, using your intuition? It's really as easy as you want to make it. You can look at the piles and go by like how neat they are, how messy they are. You can choose by the crystals that we have here. You can choose 1, 2, 3. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by its toe. However you want to choose is the best and correct way for you to choose. Your guides, the universe, will always direct you to the pile that has the messages that you need. So don't overthink it, don't stress it. Just choose one and go with it. The timestamps for each of the piles will be listed in the description box. You can find your timestamps and then fast forward to your selected pile. I'll see you there. Hello, pile 1. If you chose this crystal, these will be your messages. I really wish I could remember the name of it, but it's so pretty. It is so pretty. I've already drawn your oracle cards, and then we're going to get some tarot later on in the messages. Let's set this over here. Let's get into your oracle cards. Your angel message for the week is: Beloved one, Archangel Chamuel, I am helping you with your spiritual soulmate relationship. You could be currently in a relationship. You could be hoping to meet your spiritual soulmate. Either way, your angels are helping you with that this week. Next card out. 17. The Fates reduces to an 8. It's all about abundance. You have a fated connection, I want to say, a fated spiritual soulmate. Whether you are already with this person or perhaps meeting this person this week. Who knows? Let's keep seeing. Let's see what else comes out. Your next card out is Observer, 49. Wow. Did you just see that, you guys? The lights blinked. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 reduces down to a 4 in numerology. Observer. You're being called to really pay attention to things this week, to I want to say follow the signs, to notice the signs, because they may be leading you to this spiritual soulmate. It could be a romantic partner, could be a friendship, could be a business partner. I feel like the signs this week are helping you on this fated path, on this, to this relationship that you are meant to have in this lifetime. I hope you guys can see that. Okay. I said, ugh, because I really don't like having to use artificial light. The natural light is so much better, right? Next card, ooh, butterfly. Get ready for big changes. This could be big changes within a current relationship, or like I said, this could be you meeting someone this week. Next card out is hold your vision, fixed moon. See, oh, look. This fox here is holding his vision, is fixed upon the moon as well. There is something that you have been trying to manifest, something that you have been trying to bring in. And it is probably something that you have been intuitively led to. Well, it's definitely something you've been intuitively led to with this purple here. It's something that the universe, that spirit placed on your heart, something that you, I want to say, signed up for when you chose to come into this life. It might be happening for you this week or soon after. I feel like the stars are aligning for you this week. Whether or not you meet this person this week, the stars are aligning this week to bring about this fated connection. Your affirmator card for the week is resilience. Sticks and stones may break my bones, and unkind words can somehow drain every bit of joy and color from my once rosy life. But nothing can ever permanently damage the real me. I love myself, I cherish myself, and I vow to remember that I'm always camped out in the depths of myself, even when I don't feel very much of myself. You're being called to be resilient this week. Whatever it is, this fated spiritual soulmate relationship, I feel like you've been waiting on it for a long time. And you're being asked to stay strong and to stay the course, I want to say. To keep doing what you're doing, because it's going to bring about big changes for you. The butterfly card here always makes me think of, well, butterflies and spirituality are all about transformation, right? Something that you are experiencing this week is bringing you to an incredible transformation. Got too many cards today, guys. I wanted to try something new with these weekly readings. Okay, where should I put this bad boy? Let's put you right here. Resilience. Your transformation is aligning you to this beloved one. Your transforming is aligning you to your destiny. You just have to keep following the signs, I believe, is what they are calling you to do this week. And then for your self-care message this week, card 45 reduces to a 9. Sing. Especially, I want to say, when you come against this. Oh, can you see that? Yeah. Especially when you come against this, especially when you come against low vibe energies, people, things, situations that try to lower your vibe. Maybe harsh words from someone. Could be harsh words from someone. Could be negative self-talk within your own headspace. But let's see what the tarot has to say Maybe I should move my plant out of the way a bit. Does that work better? Yep, it does. Okay, we're going to get some tarot for your week ahead. Okay. Let's get a card for your energy for the week ahead. Oops, this one wanted to come out. Your energy is the Nine of Swords. This might be an energy that you're already in. This is an energy of anxiety, worry, maybe a bit of depression, things that, keep you up at night, that keep you from sleeping. Maybe you're worried about meeting this beloved one. Maybe you're worried about finally having that deep connection with someone that you've been longing for, whether it's romantic, friendship, with a family member, or work. You're being called to stay resilient, to stay the course, to keep doing what actually, I'm not going to say to keep doing what you're doing, because this energy, you don't want to keep doing that, right? You're being called to bring the joy and the sunshine back into your life. And maybe you can do that by singing. Maybe you do that by listening to music. Okay. Let's get a card for love and relationships for the week for you. Where'd that go? The Hierophant. As students, we learn from the past and from others. It is the Hierophant that calls us to unlock our psyche and hidden potential through diligent study. She is wise in her guidance, helping us discover new things we could not have found alone. As students and disciples, we kneel at her feet, listening to her stories and lessons, and if we do so, we may be able to find the lock that fits the keys crossed at her feet. Look to the past, read books, find a community of both differing worldviews and familiar ones. Find the passion within you and the hunger to know more. Nothing is created in a void, and you can enrich yourself by finding communities or collectives that help to structure your study. Learning new things can open your mind to new pathways and possibilities. That's what's happening within your love and relationship this week. You are being called to study. You are being called to explore new ideas. Something may come up this week that calls you to do some more research into it. And you're being called to observe that. You're being called to follow that. And following that is what will set you on this path to bring in the big changes of meeting this beloved one or deepening a relationship that you already have. It's beautiful. And then let's get a card out for career and finance for you for the week ahead. Career and finance for pile 1. Oops, that's way too many. Career and finance for pile 1. There we go. Temperance. First off, you have 2 major arcana this week. This is a very important week for you spiritually. It is a very important week, I want to say, for your growth and development. Temperance, it's about, first off, having patience. Maybe this What's keeping you up at night is caused by your impatience. Temperance is about alchemizing, finding balance within the low vibes and the high vibes, finding balance within hope and despair. In terms of career and finances, I want to say that you are being called maybe this week will be, maybe it won't be as exciting as you would hope it to be. Maybe nothing big and, miraculous will happen this week. And you're being called to really stay the course and stay steady, I want to say. To not despair over something not happening right away for you, to keep doing what you're doing, keep doing the work that you're doing, and hold your vision on the idea that you have for yourself in terms of career and finances. You're being called to not spend so much or not spend too much, but also to not be a miser. You're being called to, I want to say, not give in so much to instant gratification. Yeah. Maybe finances could be keeping you up at night as well. You're being called to hold the course and to find the beauty and the joy within where you are right now, even if you don't have all the funds to spend on the things that you want to do, right? It's a very pivotal week for you, pile 1. I want to read this temperance card for you. Where is it? It says, balance is a beautiful thing. Temperance is a radiant angel decked out in rainbows, balancing one foot on land and the other in water as she confidently pours water from cup to cup. Sunflowers are bursting behind her and the sun is bright and full of joy. Temperance is the perfect alchemist, and she's full of song, as she blends things together in harmony. You're being called to stay in harmony this week. To take yourself out of this energy and to really observe what's going on around you, to get in tune with your intuition and to really observe what's going on, because behind the scenes, things are being woven in your favor. Your life is off kilter and you need to create some balance. Maybe you're burnt out from working too much, right? You could be working too much, or you've been binge watching TV all weekend and now your house is a mess. So it's now time to put your house in order. You may need to clean your house, I want to say, and start doing things in moderation. You'll find that if you work to balance all the different aspects of your life, everything feels so much easier. Try and face this task with optimism and positivity and enjoy all the wonderful things in your life equally. So pile 1, these have been your messages for the week ahead. Please remember to meditate when you get into this energy of worry and anxiety. Be tactful. Don't let your low vibe energy cause you to act out of your own character, I want to say. and ask the universe for what you want, because they are observing you, and they are preparing things behind the scenes for you. You just have to stay resilient. So pile 1, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you next time. Bye. Hello, pile 2. If you chose this turquoise crystal, just lost all my light. These will be your messages. Okay, so I've already drawn our oracle cards for the week, and then I will draw some tarot cards after we are done reading these. But your angel message out says, teaching and learning. Archangel Zadkiel, keep an open mind and learn new ideas. Then teach these ideas to others. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Keep an open mind this week. You're going to learn something new this week, and that something new that you learn, you are meant to also teach that to others. You could be a teacher, you could be a parent, you could be someone who has, a platform of some sort, social media, your own business where you coach people maybe. Ooh, lucky you. Next card out is Milk and Honey, 51. Reduces to a 6. I feel like you are going to be blessed with something this week, and it could be this teaching that you come across. It could be what leads you to the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, so to speak. Next card out says Dolphin, cooperate with others. This week you're going to be called to work with other people somehow. That could be within romantic relationships, friendships, business, but you're being called to cooperate and to have an open mind when cooperating with these people. Be open to listening to what they have to say and what they bring to the table. Your next card out says, believe in the impossible, Blue Moon. Ooh, and you got Milk and Honey. I want to say that perhaps something that you thought would not be possible for you just may happen this week. It could be the opportunity to collaborate with others, to work with others in some way. It could be whatever this blessing is here. Maybe you've had it on your heart to teach the world something, to teach people something. And maybe you've wondered how this is even possible. You're being called to believe in the impossible. Your affirmator card for the week says, boundless love. Today I'll open my eyes a little wider and walk a little taller, noticing that the world around me is filled with tiny miracles. Yep, that's the Milk and Honey. With this in mind, it's easy to fall in love over and over again with everything from honeybees, look, you have honey here, to neon lights. And while I'm feeling this inspired and this in love, everything else sort of falls into place. You're being called to stay positive this week. I want to say, really make sure that you are doing making your daily gratitude list, your morning gratitude list, and then gratitude anytime that you may feel worried or anxious this week. Step back into that place of love, because that is opening up this impossible for you. It is making this impossible possible. And then your self-care card for the week says, connect with your womb. 15 reduces to a 6. And look, you have 51, 15. Those are mirror images to me. That tells me that what is going on inside of you this week is what will show up around you. So really connect with your womb space, with your sacral chakra. If you have any low vibe energies coming up this week, I want to say, connect with your womb space, because it might be something, it might be a blockage in here. Maybe you could have the womb, right? It's Mother's Day. It could be a blockage due to a mom, a mom figure in your life. You're being asked to overcome that this week and to really look past it and find the love in all situations, love for other people and love for yourself. And if you're able to do that this week, that will bring you to this impossible happening, whatever that is for you. You're also being called to have boundless love for the people that you cooperate with, the people that you come into contact with this week. I feel like you offering that boundless love, that unconditional love to people, whether that's in romantic, friendship, family, work, it will lead you to this milk and honey. It will lead you to this abundance. But abundance first starts within, right? So if there's anything that you need to work on within your sacral, that is what you're being called to do. Okay, let's get some tarot cards out. We'll first start with the card for your overall energy this week. When working with others this week, you're being called to remain tactful, to speak your truth, to stand up for yourself, say what you need to say, but to make sure that you are saying it in a tactful way. Balance your spirituality and practicality this week. Make sure that you are staying up on your gratitude, affirmations, and healing any wounds that you may have. Because like I said, right, it starts internally first and then it can translate externally to us. Maybe spend some time outdoors to stay grounded. And take a nap if you do get overwhelmed and you feel yourself going to a low vibe place. Okay. Pile 2's energy for the week. 5 of Wands. Okay, yep. Sorry that I laughed. That really has to do with this cooperate with others. You might kind of be at odds with others. You might sort of be in competition with others. You may feel that you need to be in competition with others, but you're really in competition with yourself. And maybe that is what the healing around the womb space that you need to do is. You may be at conflict, at odds with a creative endeavor that you have been pursuing. You may feel blocked in your creativity somehow. You may feel blocked in whatever it is that you are trying to produce and show in the world. Balance this energy. Have faith in your dreams. Believe in the impossible. Be tactful if this is legit, you know, working with others. Don't step on any toes, I want to say, but also make sure that you are speaking up for yourself and making sure that you are asking for what you want, what you need. And maybe you can be at odds with yourself because it's hard to ask for what you want and what you need. You apply it to your situation as it fits you. Let's get a card out for your love and relationships. Pile 2. Oh, I just realized that was still there. Pile 2, love and relationships. Ooh, okay. I only wanted 1, but we have 2. 9 of Swords and the Strength card. There may be something within your love and relationship that could be romantic, it could be friends, it could be family, it could even be with co-workers. There might be something that causes you anxiety, that causes you, keeps you up at night, that causes you to worry, maybe overthink a bit. You're being asked to stay strong and to balance out this energy. To not let yourself get into this mental whirlwind, I want to say. Because you getting here blocks your milk and honey. It blocks the abundance that is trying to come in. And this week, I want to say, is very crucial for you in terms of achieving your goals, your dreams. Maybe you will learn a new way this week of how to keep yourself out of this headspace. Maybe you will learn, a new technique that you can teach others. To keep yourself out of anxiety and out of worry, and to keep yourself in an energy of positivity. And like I said, when you find yourself in this energy of worrying and maybe overthinking, or did I say, like I said, I did say that. Try to take a nap if you can. And if you can't, go outside, get a walk, reconnect with nature, ground your energy. And then we're going to get one final card out for your career and finances for the week. Okay, or 2. Wow. We have 9 of Cups and the King of Cups in your career and finances. This is, I want to say, you being very happy within your career and finances for the week, or at least, yes, happy. It might not be perfect, but you are still safe and secure, and you know that. You are feeling confident within yourself. You are feeling confident within your career. I want to say you are very charismatic this week. You are like the teacher. You are stepping into a leadership position if you're not already. And if you're not like the boss or the owner or whatever, you are just very confident. You will be coming off as very confident, very level-headed, I want to say, very emotionally intelligent. You're also being asked to really follow your intuition and to use your intuition this week in terms of your career, because I feel like that will lead you to some sort of blessing. And it may even lead you to new ideas, new concepts that you then might be able to teach to others. That's beautiful. Life isn't always perfect, right? Just because one area of life is going well doesn't mean that they all will. And that's typically how it goes. We don't typically get it all at one time, but we are asked to stay balanced within that. We are asked to stay positive within that, to find the beauty within it, to find our own miracles around us within all of the situations. And if you can do that internally this week, you will see that externally as well. So pile 2, this has been your reading for the week ahead. Keep this in mind. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you next time. Bye. Hello, pile 3. These will be your messages for the week ahead. I've already drawn oracle cards, and then we will draw some tarot cards at the end. But let's hop into it. Your first card out, your angel message for the week says, divine order. Archangel Raquel. Everything is how it needs to be right now. Look past the illusion and see underlining order. You're being asked to balance your spirituality and practicalities. Balance your headspace, your internal knowing with what is going on around you. Just because there might be chaos around you does not mean that everything is going to hell in a hell basket. Just because things might not be happening exactly how you want, in the time that you want, in the fashion that you want, does not mean that it's not happening for you, right? Does not mean that something good won't come out of it. Next card out says, truth be told, 15. This is all about admitting the truth to yourself, about telling the truth to others, about going after your truth, living your truth. And that 14, did I say 15? That 14 reduces to a 5. That's all about change. I feel like you being honest with yourself is going to bring about some change this week. Either if it doesn't bring the change this week, it's going to instigate some change happening soon after. I'm going to read this card just because I'm called to. It says, are you willing to do whatever it takes to experience the prosperous life you deserve? If you want to be an artist, do you make your art a priority? If you want to be a healer, do you set time aside to learn new things to help you serve? A writer must write and a singer must sing. Being true to your calling is essential to your moving forward. There is another oracle message here too. It's time to have a look at the real, honest truth about your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs about prosperity, about your relationship to money, to compensation, and to meaningful work. Ask yourself, what is true for me? And you will find the key to abundance. This card is really asking you to evaluate yourself this week, especially with that divine order card. Are you living true to you? What are your beliefs around money and compensation and prosperity? Are you doing all that you can to make that happen for you? If you're looking for more money. Relationship message for this card says, people tell you who they are very quickly if you're willing to listen to what they say and pay attention to how they behave. This card calls you to engage in heartfelt, open conversation. It's time to see the truth about what you share with each other and tell the truth about who you are and what you need. No one can do that for you. Remember that your truth is always based in your personality and experience up to now. A higher truth will be found after you communicate honestly and see how doing so has helped you become more attuned to yourself. Don't hold back. Speak your truth and listen. You're being called to, in terms of relationships, if something comes up this week, to really speak your truth. Say what it is that you need within the relationship. Say what you need within the relationship. That can be scary to do, especially if we are dealing with abandonment issues. Evaluate that this week. Pay attention to the thoughts and feelings that come up inside of you this week. Your next card out says, to be fair, 38. That reduces to an 11. That tells me that there will be this change that is coming in is bringing about a new beginning. Look, you have two scales. Two scales. It's a new beginning to you balancing your life, I want to say. That could be in terms of relationships, whether romantic, friendship, family-wise, career, your relationship to money even. But that's really interesting that you got truth be told and to be fair this week. So I'm going to read that one for you. 38. Relationship message says, can you find a way to achieve fairness right now? This is a time for listening as well as speaking, for understanding as well as asking to be understood. There is much to be learned, and you will learn it if you remain open and objective, weighing options and considering all sides. Your heart wants to connect with others, so allow for a balanced exchange of ideas and actions. The best kind of a relationship is one in which there is mutual benefit and each party feels heard, valued, and respected. Be fair to all. Prosperity message says, now is a time for even exchanges. Justice will prevail, and you will be treated accordingly. In all your affairs, you will be able to negotiate fair settlements. Mutual gain is a gift to you and your partners and colleagues. This is also a good time to square your finances and take stock of how you're compensated for your work. Look, two cards about compensation here. This card signifies balance, justice, and negotiations. So remember that all things must be fairly recompensed. Keep this as your truth, and so it will be. You may be called this week to speak up for what you want in terms of work and compensation. You won't get it if you don't ask for it. They don't know what you want unless you speak it. You're being called to bring order to your own life by speaking up for yourself this week, but do it in a tactful way, right? Next card out is trust your feelings. Trust your feelings this week and follow your intuition. Like this card was saying, believe people when they show you who they are. Pay attention to what they are saying and to their actions. And trust your feelings on it. Your next card out says, step out of your comfort zone, North Node. I get the feeling that it is not in your comfort zone to maybe ask for what you want, to go after what you want, because you are trying to be fair, right? But maybe you're not being fair to yourself. Maybe you're overgiving to others, and you're being called to bring some order, some divine order back into your life by speaking up for yourself and asking for what you want. and trusting your feelings, knowing that it's okay to want what you want. Your affirmator card out says giving. I welcome the idea of give. Oh, wow, so much balance for you this week. I welcome the idea of give and take in my relationships, and I eagerly practice the give part. By giving freely, I discover just how fun giving really is. Giving my time, care, and attention to someone else actually gives me good feelings, which makes me want to give even more. Wait a sec. Does this selfishness make me look selfish? Be honest. Maybe you're also being called to be honest with yourself on just how giving you are. Are you giving the people within your life what they actually ask for? Are you being fair to everyone involved, including yourself? But also with the giving, are you open to receiving? There's duality in all of it, right? Do you overgive? Do you take more than you should? Your feelings will let you know this week. Your feelings will guide you. And your self-care card out says 41 positive affirmations. Look, you have 14 and 41 mirror images. That tells me as within, so without. If you give yourself what you need, if you are truthful with yourself this week, give yourself positive affirmations, love on yourself. And use your intuition, right? Trust your feelings. That will help you to bring in this divine order that is needed in your life right now. That will help you to discover the truth within yourself of maybe what you need. This will help you to bring harmony and balance back into the relationships around you, whether that's romantic, friendship, family, or work. You have to just remember to be fair to all involved, especially to yourself. Where should I put this card? Let's put it right there. Okay, let's get some tarot cards out for you this week. For the week, I mean. If you are feeling unclear on your feelings, if you are feeling uncertain about something, I want to say step outside, get some fresh air. Go for a run if you're a runner. Go for a walk. Meditate. Meditate on what your truth is, I want to say. Meditate on how you can bring more balance and order back into your life. Okay, let's get a card out for pile 3's energy for the week. Pile 3. Look at that. Knight of Swords. That's you telling the truth. The Knight of Swords can be very brash, though, and not very tactful. Really watch the words that you say to yourself this week, especially, and to others, because how you speak to yourself translates into how you speak to others, how you treat others around you. Maybe the truth that you are coming to terms with is about the way you speak to yourself and about how that does translate to the world around you. But also, this is you bringing in fairness to yourself. This is you standing up for yourself and asking for what it is that you want. Okay, next. I apologize about that. Pile 3, my phone died. Right as I was about to say, let's get a card out for your love and relationships for the week. And then I shuffled, and this bad boy, the Ten of Pentacles, wanted to fall out for you. Ten of Pentacles is a great card. It is happy home, happy family. This is you having loyal, loving connections with people. Whether that's romantic, friendship, or even with work colleagues. You loving on yourself and giving yourself those positive affirmations, being honest with yourself about what it is that you need and going after that. Also being giving and loving to the people around you gives you a very good place to be in this week for your love and relationships. We're going to get a final card out for your career and finances. That's too many. I'm not going to take that. Career and finances for pile 3. Six of Wands. That's also a very great card for career and finances. This is you being victorious. This could be you getting recognition this week for something. This could be you, recognition, people valuing you, people letting you know that you are doing a good job, perhaps. This is you maybe solving some sort of problem in terms of career. Six of Wands is about victory, so you can expect some sort of victory in terms of career and finances this week. And if it's not something that's big and newsworthy, then you can just expect to have a really great week. That doesn't mean that things don't come up, right? That doesn't mean that everything is perfect, but overall, a great week in terms of career and finances. I feel like for this week, you really just need to focus on being honest with yourself and with those around you and following your intuition, because I feel like your intuition is going to tell you to do something this week that is not your norm. It is outside of your comfort zone, but you are being asked to follow that, and that will lead you to some sort of victory. So pile 3, this has been your week ahead reading. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you next time. Bye.